Okay, we're back from potties. So it is important to work these in small segments and make sure to take breaks in between. These guys are young, and if we push them and work too much at one time, this becomes not fun. And not fun, especially to a ridgeback, means I don't have to do it. So the monotony of repeating exercises over and over again just does not do well with them. So they're an independent thinking breed, and if they don't see the point in doing an exercise, it becomes very hard for them to want to comply. So when we work these, we're going to do small, like 5-minute segments, and call it good. So we're going to do some more stationary exercises. This is just the rudimentary sit down and stand. Our stand is going to be a little bit different, and we'll talk about that when we get to it. When we do these exercises, I do want them to be in heel position, and I want them to maintain that position. So yes, I did just correct myself into heel position, just because he was sitting where I kind of wanted him to. So when we do the sit, can you stand up for a second? Good. We're only going to give the command and the treat and the click when they put their keister on the floor. So they don't really know the command 100% at this point, and I can't expect them to give it to me 100% of the time. So if that's the case, I'm going to help them into it. At some point in time, they're going to have to prove that they do know it, but at this stage, I'm happy to help them. They're still just tiny babies. They're still just learning, so we want to help them be successful as much as we possibly can. We can't correct them if they don't comply because they don't really know it at this point. So we're just going to be consistent in how we're asking for the behavior and make sure that, they do what we ask. Sit. Good boy. And get the hang of what we're trying to get them to do. So at some point in time, this does become something they know. But at this point, not really. Okay. Step up. Good boy. Sit. Good. Sit. That's very nice. Good sit. So I do want them to maintain that heel position, because this is where we want most of these commands to be executed anyway. Sit. So that treat coming kind of up and above their head is what forces their head and neck up and their butt down. So let's do that again. Sit. And again, that command and click come at the time that their butt hits the floor. No sooner, no later. Ready? Oh boy. Now I'm letting him kind of lick at the treats, but he's not getting anything until that command actually is executed. Come here. Let's do that one more time. Sit. Good. Attaboy. All right. So same thing with the down. We're just going to lure them down. And as soon as the elbows hit the floor this time, that's when we're going to give the command. Okay. Now I'm not always going to ask for a sit before the down. Good. Because I don't want them to get into the habit of this is what we do every time we sit, or every time I down, I have to sit first. It is kind of nice for these guys, get down, for these guys to be able to drop down, which means that they go from a stand to a down. So we're going to work both the sitting position down into a down, down. There we go. And that may have seemed late, but his elbow on the other side was not down like I wanted it to. Down. Good, down. Good job. And I don't care if they break out of this position right away, because I'm not working a wait or a stay. This is just, can you maintain this position at the time I'm asking for it? So now I'm going to ask for, there we go, that was a nice drop down. Let's try him again with that. Yeah. Down, good. So we didn't need the sit first. Very good, down. Now I can reiterate that this is a good position by treating and a little bit of pressure over the shoulder blades when I say down, down. Good boy. Good down. Very nice down. Good job. Good boy. Okay, so when we're talking about the stand, most often they're going to be a sit first. You can do this from the down, and he's not going anywhere, and I'm going to take his leash off. So when we do the stand, because There is a couple of different ways that they can get into a stand position. They can step up, and you can see now this dog is completely out of heel position, or they can do what we call a kickback stand. I know you're getting a little randy about the food. So the kickback stand is just that. I want their back end to go back to get into that stand, okay? So this doesn't matter for the couch potato dog that isn't going to be doing any performance, but if we teach it this way and we decide that we're going to do performance work later, they already have the correct stand. So the problem with the step forward stand is you may get dinged a point or two because the dog is no longer in heel position when they get to the stand. So if we do the kickback stand, oh boy, if we do the kickback stand, then what happens is they maintain heel position with that front end. Good, good stand, good stand. And that's what we're looking for, is that they're in heel position. Let's do that again and show you the difference. So there's the kind of sloppy step forward stand. So their back end maintained position, but their front end came forward. You can see that the dog's shoulders are not in alignment with my legs, so he is no longer in heel position. Or settle, good boy. Or we can do the kickback stand. No, don't put that foot forward, you silly boy. And so that way the dog's shoulders stay in alignment with my leg. A lot of this, oh my goodness, you're being bad. A lot of this has to do with your treat hand and knowing where it is in space, making sure that you're not accidentally pulling your dog out of position. Put your foot down. Thank you. So again, now stand. Good. That kickback stand, the back end went up. So they don't really need lured into this position because you're actually helping their rear end up. The food should be coming afterwards. And that's part of why you're being rammy. I'm feeding you during it. Huh? Okay. Stand. Good. Good stand. Good stand. And I'm just lightly touching him underneath when I'm telling him that stand command. Woo! Fell back out of your face. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. That's a good job. All right. Should we take a break? Let's take a break.